There is a suburb of Boise that most locals haven't even been to, and yet it is one of the hottest markets in Idaho. We're going to go over everything you need to know so you can decide if it's the place for you and see why everyone else wants to live here. My name is Brady and I'm a Boise local as well as a real estate agent. I make these videos every week to help you learn about the Boise area so you can decide if it's a good fit for you and your family. If you feel I have helped, I would appreciate you subscribing to the channel. And if you decide to move to Boise and need help in that process, shoot me a text or a call anytime. Now, let's talk about one of the coolest suburbs of Boise. This is an area that, if I'm being honest, I had never stepped foot in it until recently. And a lot of Boise locals can probably say the same thing. But let me tell you, it is the most unique and interesting suburb. It is also the hottest real estate market in Boise. You will hear it referred to as Hidden Springs most of the time, but you might also hear it called Dry Creek Ranch. Hidden Springs is about 20 minutes northwest of Boise, tucked away in the mountains with rolling foothills. You feel like you're in your own little mountain town, and yet you're a quick drive into downtown Boise or Eagle, and there's a very unique feel here. I kind of almost describe it as a feeling like you're in a movie scene. When you drive through Hidden Springs, there is canopies of trees over your car. The houses feel like Christmas Hallmark movie homes. You have beautiful views of the mountains. There's a little shopping center with its own little downtown. You have your own dentist, your own chiropractor, your school, and you feel like you're going to just kind of live happily ever after here. There's also wildlife preserves and hiking trails literally everywhere. So no matter where you live, you can walk or bike to a hiking trail pretty much from your front door. If you visit Hidden Springs, you also notice a significant amount of people walking their dogs. It is its own little community, unlike anything else in Idaho. This can turn into something a little odd though, and I'll talk about that later, but I mentioned the wildlife preserves, which are awesome, but it speaks to kind of what you get when living in Hidden Springs. That wild mountain feel in Hidden Springs is great, and you can relax knowing it will be around for a long time with those reserves. So much so that when you buy a home here, you pay a fee that directly funds into these preserves. So it won't be like other suburbs where you kind of have to worry that as Boise grows, it will surround your home with buildings and streets that once was surrounded by farmland and foothills. I mentioned that you will hear Hidden Springs referred to as Dry Creek Ranch, and that is because this is one of the largest developments in Hidden Springs. It is split up into two sections. Hidden Springs is its own neighborhood and kind of the main city center. And then there's Dry Creek Ranch, which is about a 5-minute drive to the west. And Dry Creek Ranch is your more typical subdivision, but it has larger lots and homes. And then you have three main sections. The main area of Dry Creek Ranch, which is called the Creeks, and then you have the hills, and then there is the estates. The creeks are along the creek with lots of half-acre to an acre lots, and then your homes here are from around 1 to 1.5 million. The hills are the newest phase of the development, and of course, these are in the hills. The price points are around the same, but these are new construction homes. And then the estates are larger lots with, 1.5 larger lot sizes with homes from 1 to around $3 million. And all of these homes are built by Boise Hunter Homes and leave you with kind of endless possibilities. If you build here, you can expect a full semi-custom or even a custom experience, and there are still plenty of homes available. Dry Creek Ranch has its own equestrian center as well. So if you have horses, you have the option to use the stables and the facilities. And then they're building their own school in Dry Creek Ranch as well. You also have walking paths. And I think the ultimate plan is to have a kind of full functioning community with its own school, 3 community centers and pools. And there's already a community garden. And it is truly kind of one-of-a-kind community. And Hidden Springs is very similar with everything that I just mentioned, where they're building out kind of their own self-sufficient community. So whether you want to build or buy one of the Dry Creek Ranch ready-to-move-in homes, you have so many options. Plus, it gives you access to Hidden Springs and everything that this area has to offer. Now, as I mentioned, I am a real estate agent, and my goal is truly to help you in your relocation decision, even if that best decision for you is moving somewhere else. I'm here to answer any questions and be your resource for everything Boise. So whether you're moving here in a week or 3 years or 5 years, shoot me a text or a call anytime. Truly am happy to help. Now, you may have caught the price of homes in Dry Creek Ranch, and that kind of hints to one of the major cons of Hidden Springs, and that is the home prices. Before we get into that though, I kind of want to tell you about the community feeling that might get a little weird that I mentioned at the beginning, and that is the running rumor in Hidden Springs is there are a lot of upside down pineapples. If you know what that is, you know what I'm saying. If not, sorry, kids watch these videos. But I don't know if the rumors are true, but it's a funny local rumor to kind of think about and be aware of with Hidden Springs. Now that I just kind of dropped that on you, let's go right back into home prices, where the average home value in Hidden Springs is $940,000. So it is significantly more expensive than pretty much anything else in the Boise area. But that's kind of because the homes here, a lot of them are larger on larger lots, and so that can bring it up. But it's also just oftentimes you get what you pay for. As you saw, Dry Creek Ranch will be a little bit more spendy with the newer homes and the larger lots. In Hidden Springs, many of the homes were built in around 2001 and are in the $800,000 to $900,000 range. But in Hidden Springs, you do have smaller homes for as low as $600,000. So you do have a little bit more room and a more affordable homes in Hidden Springs that you can kind of capitalize on. The new construction homes are in the $1 to $2 million range. So Hidden Springs gives you a few more options that are more affordable, and one of the builders in Hidden Springs is Alturas, which is in Cartwright Ranch area. They're one of our favorite builders and have some very high-end finishes that other builders in their same price range don't have. So even though you would be spending over $1 million, this is some kind of real estate value in buying a new Alturas home. And this is true for the whole valley. Anywhere you find Alturas homes, it's a very good builder that they're honestly priced lower than what they probably should charge. Now, some more of the cons of Hidden Springs. The first is, of course, the commutes. It's great being secluded in the mountains, but if you need to do any major grocery shopping or you want to go to the village or downtown Boise to do activities, you'll have a 20 to 30 minute drive. And if you're not used to driving in the snow, there are a few days a year where driving into work could be a little stressful for you because the roads in and out of the city are windy and they're a lot steeper. The next one is the price point. Although you get one of a kind style of living with the foothills and the wildlife preserves, hiking trails, and everything I mentioned, you can find small town communities like Star or Cuna or even the outskirts of Eagle where you can have similar amenities, live on land, and you would just miss out on the foothills and kind of the unique style that Hidden Springs provides. So watch this video here where I go through Star, Idaho, which is one of the most similar suburbs to Hidden Springs. That way you can decide what could be missing out on and if Hidden Springs should be on your list. Thank you guys for watching. I look forward to meeting you in person.